The following contains spoilers for the upcoming season of Game of Thrones. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about fate of a skilled manipulator and the most cunning man in the Seven Kingdoms. Today I'm going to talk about the fate of Lord Peter Baelish, known as Littlefinger. This video is supported by leaked plot and few theories of mine. Littlefinger's fate is more than interesting, so let's just jump into it. Littlefinger has been one of the biggest villains since the first season. Peter Baelish orchestrated the assassination of Jon Arryn, which led Ned Stark to become the new hand of the king, which had been part of Peter's plan. In the first season, the most prominent action of Littlefinger is his betrayal on Ned Stark, and this same betrayal is responsible for almost every event in Westeros during the War of the Five Kings. Littlefinger's, we can call it genius plan back in season 1, was to kill Jon Arryn, which he did, and then to make Ned Stark as the new hand of the king, whereupon he helped Ned to figure out who Joffrey's real father is, since he knew that it would lead Honorable Ned to reveal the truth to everyone else, which led to Ned Stark's beheading. All of this was Littlefinger's game. He threw the Seven Kingdoms into a state of chaos, from which he personally benefited. Now that we know Peter's ultimate plan, which he revealed to Sansa in the Godswood of Winterfell, which is to sit on the Iron Throne with Sansa Stark by his side and to rule the Westeros. As we could see by his face expression, Jon Snow being proclaimed as the king in the north is his impediment to accomplish his plan. Doubtlessly, Peter Baelish will try as best as he can to make a conflict between Jon Snow and the north. As Littlefinger said himself, his plan, which will lead him to conquer the Iron Throne, contains Sansa Stark as his wife and as a queen in the north, which would provide him the support of the north, the necessary amount of army to have a chance of conquering the Iron Throne, which Littlefinger almost accomplished by helping Sansa to retake Winterfell from Boltons, but Lady Mormont disrupted Baelish's plan to set Sansa as the queen in the north with her magnificent speech, which led other lords to proclaim Jon as the king in the north. Peter Baelish, the man that betrayed Ned Stark in favor to set up a fight between wolves and lions, the man that poisoned Joffrey Lannister on Joffrey's own wedding with help of Olenna Tyrell to, let's call it, save Sansa Stark, and then that same saved girl, already tortured by Lannisters, handed over to even more sick oppressor, Ramsay Bolton, all in favor to turn the north against the Boltons and to give him an opportunity to send Sansa as the queen in the north. The man that first married and then killed Lysa Arryn and now is manipulating with her son Robb Arryn, all in favor to have his own army, not particularly his, because the Knights of the Vale are under command of Robin Arryn, but Robin Arryn is, as I've already said, manipulated and is now, we could say, under the command of Littlefinger. Here's the one fact that confirms my statements. Peter Baelish convinced Robin Arryn to use the Knights of the Vale to help his cousin, Sansa Stark, after she escaped the clutches of Ramsay Bolton, which Robin at first didn't want to, but eventually Littlefinger convinced Robin to, let's call it, obey his orders. As I've already said in one of previous videos, Littlefinger played a big role in Jon's victory. Actually, if Peter Baelish didn't decide to help Jon, Ramsay Bolton would have been still alive and would have been in charge of Winterfell, while Jon would have been dead, but don't think that Peter Baelish came to save Jon. Don't think that he would even come to save Sansa if it wasn't for his own good. All of this Littlefinger played in favor to bring back Winterfell to Sansa Stark, which he managed to accomplish, but his main plan to send Sansa as the ruler of Winterfell and as a queen in the north did not accomplish. The man that made all of these actions, regardless on pain that he brought to many people and regardless on the fact that with his own machinations he destroyed one house and almost destroyed few others, this man, Peter Baelish, will doubtlessly give his best to make his plans come true, which could bring more innocent people in danger of his intrigues. From leaked photos, we got absolutely nothing. The only few, if we can even call it leaked photos, were taken while Aidan Gillen, aka Littlefinger, was preparing for the shooting set. While leaked photos gave us nothing, leaked plot gave us something, not much, but better than nothing. Let me warn you about this leaked plot. The sentences, or should I call it events in it, may or may not be true, so don't take it 100% true. While I have to admit that a lot of other events from leaked plot are strongly connected with leaked photos. But however, let's get back on the topic. According to leaked plot, Littlefinger will attempt to turn Arya and Sansa against each other by using an old letter that Sansa wrote to Robb Stark under Cersei's commands. Also by leaked plot, Bran is going to help Sansa to see through Littlefinger's game, which will, according to leaked plot, and with Sansa sentencing Peter Baelish to death, which Arya is going to carry out. I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I personally think that Littlefinger's death won't be the result of him trying to make a conflict between two sisters. In my opinion, Peter Baelish is going to die as a result of Starks finding out about his betrayal of Ned Stark, which as we all know is the reason of Ned being beheaded. I'm not saying there won't be a conflict between Arya, who has always had more rigid moral code, and Sansa, who has learned to be more pragmatic. Arya is a skilled killer and wants vengeance immediately with her skills, while Sansa has more subtle manipulative way of doing things, which she has learned from Littlefinger. Having developed very different perspectives, Arya and Sansa might clash over the matter of ruling. Upon noticing the difference between two sisters, Peter Baelish might take a chance to take the advantage with increasing conflict between Arya and Sansa, but both Sansa and Arya were victims of other games. In my opinion, Sansa and Arya will team up. They're not kids as they've been back in the first season, both of them understand the game, both of them lost bigger part of their family. It's time for those two to start playing their own games. The last scene of Littlefinger in season 6, in which he and Sansa are having suspicious eye contact, many fans consider it as Sansa's disappointment on Jon becoming the king in North and the rule of Winterfell, along with possible Sansa's betrayal on Jon over Littlefinger. My thoughts are that Sansa would maybe do that if it all played a few years ago, but now, after she has been through a lot, I don't think so. Sansa is aware that Littlefinger is taking care only for his own plans, and is more than aware of that because of him she got raped, which helped Sansa to figure out that Peter Baelish would let her suffer or even getting killed if that would bring him one step further on conquering the Iron Throne. All of this in my opinion means that Sansa might cooperate with Littlefinger in the upcoming season, but now Sansa is the one that is going to play games. Sansa is the one that is going to manipulate Peter Baelish. It's definitely going to be interesting to see Littlefinger finally being played and manipulated, but if he gets manipulated or played, it's his own fault. Once Peter said to Sansa a powerful line which he recently violated. He said, "Always keep your foes confused. If they are never certain who you are or what you want, they cannot know what you are like to do next. Sometimes the best way to baffle them is to make moves that have no purpose or even seem to work against you. Remember that, Sansa, when you come to play the game." This Littlefinger's quote, in my opinion, is his best quote. While Littlefinger is smart, intelligent, and has already proven cunning skills, by telling Sansa his strategy of playing games, he might have made a mistake. And not that he only revealed his strategy to Sansa, but he has also told her something that goes contrary on his way of thinking. He told to Sansa his whole plan. He told her what he wants. He told to Sansa that he wants the Iron Throne and her by his side. Now that Sansa knows Littlefinger's intentions, she can easily manipulate him. It's time for her to start playing her own game. I'm sure that Littlefinger's death will happen throughout the upcoming season, there is no doubt. But the main question is how and by whom. It could end with Arya put Littlefinger on her kill list, and I don't have to explain you what would happen to Littlefinger after that. Another possible outcome could be, as I've already said, Sansa manipulating Peter Baelish during bigger amount of the upcoming season, and when she gets all she wants, then she would kill him as revenge for putting her in hands of Ramsay and also for betraying her father Ned. In my opinion, Starks are definitely going to find out about Littlefinger's betrayal on Ned, but the main question is how. There are a lot of possibilities, such as Jon finding out from Varys while at Dragonstone, Bran finding it out in one of his flashbacks, or even Arya finding out from the Hound if they are going to meet again, which they might, since Arya is traveling north. While the lore conveys that Starks are going to kill Littlefinger, after they found out about his betrayal on Ned, we're all forgetting about the Lannisters. Lannisters may kill Peter as well, since he and Olenna Tyrell poisoned Joffrey on Joffrey's own wedding. According to leaked plot, and also supported by leaked photos, Jaime and Lannister army, with help of Randyll Tarly and his Tarly army, as Cersei's new allies are going to march on Highgarden, which will result with their victory, as leaked photo confirms. While I've already described this battle in details in previous videos, today I'm pointing on Olenna Tyrell, whom Jaime is going to confront at Highgarden. According to leaked plot, Olenna Tyrell will tell Jaime everything about how she and Littlefinger poisoned Joffrey, which will end with Jaime allowing to Olenna to drink poison and kill herself before getting captured. So there's also a possibility of Jaime killing Peter Baelish, since he's going to find out that Peter poisoned his son. There's also a possibility of Robin and Arryn throwing Littlefinger out of the moon door. But as we can call it theory, Sansa would convince Robin and other lords of the Vale that Littlefinger murdered Jon, Arryn and Lysa, which would lead Robin to throw Peter out the moon door, and we all know how Robin is obsessed with the moon door, so it could also happen. Who and how is going to kill Littlefinger in your opinion? And also, how do you think Starks are going to find out about Littlefinger's betrayal on Ned? Let me know your opinion in the comment section down below.